So this is from a 2018 Met Gala. It's an interview with Liza Koshy. And I remember it being viral around the lawsuit because people were reading Diddy's body language. And I thought people were reaching. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought people were reaching. But people were saying that if you read Diddy's body language, it's very Ike Turner like, whereas like you better not say nothing out of line. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just
Right.
wanted to watch it, to revisit it. We see it together and see if we with under a different lens what we catch. You know what I mean?
It's just like everyday life for us. Yeah.
You angelic all the time? Mm-hmm. Final question. Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here. Or right here.
There you go. That's how you do it, right? Y'all have an amazing.
Now this is 2 years after that, right? So right here, I think when people say the body language thing, right here, it's
Right here.
right here. I'll
There
show
you
you.
go. That's how you do it, right?
I keep everything.
So she asks us the question right here.
Final question. Is there anything?
This is a different.
So he doesn't.
Right,
You see his
yeah.
face. She doesn't ask
Yeah.
the question yet. So his face is like waiting for the question.
Confess tonight before you go in.
You see his
Yo, you
eyes.
saw his eyes?
You see his eyes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they shifted hard, bro.
Yo, this is
Oh.
not a reach anymore, right?
Thing that you may want to confess tonight before you go in.
I keep everything right here. Or right here.
There you go.
And he looks relieved.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's more. There's more.
A lot
There
more.
is.
Never forget this shit. We go in the club, we kicking it, shit. I'm like, damn, this what's up. The nigga Puff is on the goddamn, he on the shit, the bar where everybody perform at in front of the DJ and shit. And he going crazy. This bitch lit. You remember Scarface when that white woman was coming down the escalator? And he was in that man's house and he saw that man's wife and was like this. I was watching Puff. The nigga Puff was looking up there. He saw this white woman. It was bottles on bottles on bottles around her. It was lit. Puff jumped out. Me and Cassie sitting next to each other. My wife right here, Cassie right here. The nigga jumped off the bar, came on and said, yo, Cassie, tomorrow, I want you to shave the side of your head. And I was like, what the fuck kind of request is that? Like, so when I'm like, what the fuck? So when I look up there, this white woman's side of her head was shaved, my nigga. And the bitch looked good with it. So I was looking at Cass. I was like, well, I was like, you're not about to do that, are you? She said, well, I mean, whatever Sean wants, I'm going to do. I was like, well, you make sure you send me a picture before you do that shit. So within like 2-3 days, she sent me a picture. I'm like, she done shaved her motherfucking head. I'm like, that shit look good. When that shit hit the internet, boom.
She started a whole trend, man.
A whole trend. And I watched it happen.
She started a whole
So I got so many moments and stories in time like this, bro. I can go on for days.
But I do remember this making its rounds recently because people were like, well, she actually went through with it.
Yes. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this man you might go, this isn't a big deal. This is a huge deal. This is a man who's 17 years older than her, who's abusive and is controlling. Whatever he says goes. This was a horrific relationship.
Yeah. And the fact that
you see that?
And the fact that there's no talking about it. Yo, what you think about this? It was just tomorrow. I want you to do this.
Yeah.
That's just, and then her response to him, if it's what Puff wants, imagine feeling, yo, it's got to feel like a prison. It's got to feel imprisoned. You can't tell anyone. You can't get out of it. You're stuck.
Or you try to run away.
This is how you try to run away, and that's what happens to you. You're stuck. This is your bread and butter. She might be supporting her family on that. You know what I mean? And oh my gosh, man.
You want to see something crazier? So they break
Crazier
up.
than what?
Well, just to speak to his character, right?
Right.
So they break
Yeah.
up in 2018, right?
Mhm.
So in June of 2022, he gets a Lifetime Achievement Award
Oh,
at,
jeez.
at BET, right?
Snatch that joint.
And this is what he says though. Knowing everything we know now.
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special thank you, shout out, thank you, all that love. I gotta give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes, my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, and also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love. Y'all,
That's a sick person, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it is. It absolutely is.
That's a
I'm
sick person.
especially knowing what it has been going on behind the scenes and stuff like that. Like, geez, man.
So
And
this is
that was during 2022, right?
that was 2022.